Hey y'all, and welcome to another collab. Now this one's different. It could be WW related. It might not be WW related. It all depends on the individual person doing it. Now this was thought up by Tracey over at Trials of a Long Hair Girl. She is our hostess. She invited some of us to join in what she does, Word of the Year. I had never heard of that. And I thought when she asked us to do it, because I had watched one of her videos earlier that she had talked about it, and she has a keychain and a couple things she has with her word for that year, and I can't remember what it was. She'll probably tell you. For last year or this year, I can't remember what it was, but she puts that word on things around her to remind her of that word. And so she invited us to do a collab and to come up with our own word of the year. So that's what we're doing. I want you to go and visit everybody down in the description box and see what everybody has to say, because I just know it's going to be a lot of inspiring videos. I can only hope to do what most of them are going to do, but I'm going to give it my best. And I'm going to give it my best to not even cry today, because I just tell you what, I'm just about cried out on y'all. So I got to thinking, what would my word be? Because think about the English language. All the words, all the inspiring words. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I've got a super dry mouth going on. But all the words there are to choose from, all the meaningful words. So just by happenstance, I keep a journal. I started it back in 2018 when I started Weight Watchers. And at one point I was very diligent. And it's not the kind of journal that you write in. Which I did write some. It's like just an inspirational journal or charts for my progress and just a mishmash of things. And a lot of what I put in there is stickers, because I can't draw. I can't draw anything. And I can trace and I can do stickers. And I like stickers. So I guess it takes you back to childhood. I don't know. It's fun. You should try it. Get you a book. Go to the dollar store, to the Hobby Lobby. Go get you some stickers. It's fun. I should really pick it up more. That should be part of my discussion here. But I flipped to the last thing I did, because I was going to put something on the next page. And the last thing I did was this big sticker, and I remember finding it at the Dollar Tree, and I forgot about it until I saw that page. And it says, "Fight like a girl." Now, you know that is like the breast cancer slogan. So I'm not bringing that part into it, because I will not steal anything away from those courageous women whatsoever. But the point is, fight. That word just like popped off that page and slapped me in the face. I was like, fight. That's my word. That is my word. I've got to fight. So my whole life, without going into all the gory details, has been a fight. Only I knew it as surviving. It wasn't a matter of, oh, you're fighting to get through this, or you're fighting to do that, or you fought your way past this. No, I survived. That's how I've got to where I am now. I survived. But when I look back, I was fighting. I was fighting through all kind of stuff, digging and clawing my way to stay afloat. And that's what I've got to do this year. I've got several things that I have got to fight. The first thing I've got to fight is my mind, this depression. Let me give you a little sidebar right quick. Depression is not something you can speak to and say, go away. If you have somebody in your life that is depressed or has other mental health issues, I have them. I see a psychiatrist. I was diagnosed as bipolar after 20 years of not knowing what was wrong with me. I'm not ashamed of that. Don't you be ashamed of it either. Zero shame in getting help when you need it. Mental health is real. You cannot look at depression and say, you go away, and it goes away. So if you have somebody in your life, or if it's you, don't put that pressure on yourself, and don't put that pressure on them, because it's not that easy. But along with speaking to someone and along with my medications, I've got to fight it in the ways that I know how to fight it. I don't even know that I know what they are, because like everybody's bipolar is different. Some people, their roller coaster is up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Some people, it goes in stages. Like you might have a depressed stage, and then you might go through a manic stage, and then a depressed stage. Or you could be depressed, manic, depressed, manic. Individual person are different. I have dealt with this long enough to know I can recognize the stages I'm in, but I don't always fight them. I don't always meet them head on. Sometimes I sit back and wait for them to pass instead of trying to brainstorm and think, okay, what can you do to proactively fight this episode? So that's the first thing I got to fight. And that is my mind, and that is my depression. The second thing I've got to fight is my body. The depression will bring your body right behind it. I firmly believe what your mind thinks, your body will follow suit, and that's what mine's doing. Doesn't mean, like I said, you can't just say, "Whoo, stop it, stop it." You can't tell your body to stop it. I've got to fight the urge. I don't want to exercise. I can't exercise like a lot of you can, but I can sit in a chair and I can move. But I don't want to. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. But the more that I don't do it, the more my body is pushing and saying, okay, you don't want to move me? Guess what? I'm going to stop moving. I'll tell you a little story. Back when I was in college, I worked at a nursing home. They called them nursing homes back then. I don't know what they're called today, but we still call them nursing homes back in the 80s. And so I worked there. And then we had one little lady who, she was stiff as a board. I'm not exaggerating. We had to do everything for her because all she did, she could lay in bed. Her legs, nothing moved. She was just stiff. They said that she decided, and this is the honest truth, that she decided one day she wasn't going to move anymore and she wasn't going to walk, and her body followed suit. And she couldn't move and she couldn't walk, and she was laying in that nursing home with just a stiff body. She was just existing. She was just laying there to breathe for us to feed her and clean her. I don't want to go there. And if I don't fight my body from doing that, that's what it's going to do, because it's checking out. There's lots of the systems in my body that are just checking out. I've got to fight that. So that's the second thing I've got to fight. The third thing, I've got to fight eating. We have to eat. Alcoholics do not have to drink. Drug addicts do not have to do drugs. I've been mixed up in all that. I know. I'm not talking to you about something I don't know about, okay? I'm not preaching at you, and I'm not looking down on you, and I'm not degrading you. I know these things. I have to eat. You have to eat. We have taste buds. These taste buds work for a reason. How do you deny a taste bud? I've got to fight that. I've got to learn how to fight hunger, not in the manner that the world is trying to fight hunger, because I've got to learn to discern hunger from I'm bored, I want to eat, I want to taste something, I don't have anything else to do. I've got to fight that urge. I've got to fight that urge to just go in here and find something because I think it tastes good. I got to fight the depression down to the hunger. When the depressed me says, oh, just forget it and go on and eat, I've got to pick it up and fight it and figure out how to make it not happen. These are all the things I've got to put together to try to keep it between the lines. You see what I'm saying? I'm right now, my road is right here, but I'm like out here. And then I'm in and out of the lines just like this. And I've got to try to figure out how to keep it straight ahead. I'm not sure that I do know how, but I know that the word fight is going to be in me. I'm going to find something. I'm going to find somewhere to put the word fight in front of me so that I see it every day. I don't know if I'll find me a plaque to sit up on my TV. I'm going to find something somewhere so that I will remember. You're going to fight. I might even get a tattoo. I'm just not even kidding y'all. I have a tattoo here on my arm. You can't see it. It says strong but breakable. And I told him I wanted that because I have been strong for so long. I think I got strong when I had children. Up until then, I wasn't. I was naive. I was easily swayed. I was taken advantage of. And then I had children. And then I turned into a mama bear. And I got really strong. And I'm very strong-willed. I'm very strongly opinionated. You might not know it because this is not the platform for that. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to go all full-blown, CNN on you or nothing like that. So the strong but breakable is because people around me, they just see that strong woman, that woman that don't take nothing off of nobody, that woman that will just dare you to say something to her. If you don't like her, she dares you, talk down to me. Just, I have that in me. Y'all don't see it because we don't. It's hard to see when I'm just giving you a video how somebody can interact in their daily life. But I'm breakable. The people in my life don't realize that there is what they see. There is a breakable woman in there. And so that's why I had that on my arm. And I have it built into some dandelions. Because you know how strong the dandelion is? When it gets to its little seed form, its little puff, you know how it will blow in that wind? Sometimes you'll see it and it doesn't move. And then one puff of wind, just the right way, and all those little seeds go flying all out into the air. That's me. So I've got to fight that. I've got to fight that breakable part. That means I'm going to stop being vulnerable or sensitive, because I'm way too sensitive. I think maybe that's why I get so volatile sometimes, because I am overly sensitive. But I've got to fight just falling apart. I guess that sums it all up. I've got to fight falling apart. My mind cannot fall apart. My body cannot fall apart. My food choices cannot fall apart. So I hope, Tracey, I hope that was good. I hope I did you proud on your very first collab. I'm excited for you. I hope you enjoyed getting it together for us, and we appreciate you inviting us. And I think I've already told you, be sure and go down, check everybody out, go see what they got to say. And okay, that's all I'm going to say today. So